So this video is to show you how to do a 4 by 4 inch box. In the beginning of this box, you should have, a few days prior to actually being able to build with these, you should have rolled some slabs between these sticks and cut and measured perfectly. Okay, so make sure you're doing some of that measuring really well. If you're doing a 4 by 4 inch box, then it should be pretty straightforward and easy to do. A couple of cautions. If you are doing any kind of decorating that involves stamping or pressing, so the last lesson we talked about these decorating techniques, and pressing and stamping you have to do when the clay is still soft. So if you're going to do any of those decorating techniques, the day you roll out your slabs, you should do those decorating techniques that same day. Other than that, stenciling, piercing, incising, carving, and applique can be done after you've got your slabs ready to go. So first thing you need to do is pull them out. You should have put them between dried paper towels, like an accordion style. So these got wrapped extra. But when you store these, the wet slabs, you should be storing them like this, and then you wrap the next layer, the next piece, next layer, next piece, and so forth. I didn't do that with these ones because they were already leather hard, so I wasn't worried about it. Okay, now when you're doing anything that has some sharp corners or edges, you should definitely make sure that you put two edges up at the same time. Don't try to just put one edge up or one side up, or nothing's going to be there to support it. So when you put these up, you have to make sure you're putting up two pieces at the same time so they have something to support themselves against. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So these have already been kind of scored because I was using these for a different demo. But you see how these are going to come together like this. So you put this one and flush it up against this edge right here, and then this piece is going to go right here. Now, the way these are cut right now, they are not perfect. They're not going to be perfect fits. So wherever this hangs off, you're going to make a little mark like that, and you're going to pull it down and use your ruler. Make sure you stay squared up, and you're going to trim that extra piece of clay right off of the edge using one of the scalpel tools. Now once that's off, then we can work on scoring this together like this. Okay, so you're going to pull out your slip, and you're going to put this on top. So I'm scoring this up. And then I'm going to score the bottom here where it's going to attach on. Okay. And then I'm also going to be scoring up this edge right here because this piece is going to be connected right there. So this one's going to get scored on the bottom. As well as this side. And then we add our slip. It's just liquid clay. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and put these two together. And I'm going to press, compress. I'm pushing down right here, and down here, and then together right there to seal that joint. Now, as always, you have to knit. So we're going to seal that joint by using our potter's knife with the thumb part to seal right there and there, and also in the inside. And I'm going to turn this, and you're going to knit upwards along this joint. And then we're going to use the potter's knife end to clean it up. And then we're going to go across the seal here. And on top even. and then clean it up with the potter's knife just to kind of make a flat edge. And then, if you're kind of nervous and you're not sure if that seal is really good, you can always, for security, you can roll yourself a really, really thin coil. Really thin. You don't want this to be too big. And you're going to take that and lay it inside of here. Press it in. So press, press, press. Then take your potter's knife tool and you're going to run a middle line down the center of that to press it in. Hopefully you can see that. Press it in, and then use your potter's thumb side to take this half of that coil and knit it in that direction, and this half of this coil and knit it in that direction. And then you just use that and clean it. Then you take, spray it a little bit, and use that little sponge I gave you guys and really clean that up. Okay, and that's how you put together 2 stiff slabs.